Good morning, people. I'd like to do a little bit of soul searching for you today and remind you about a couple things. Number one, it says in 2 Corinthians 1:9, indeed we felt we had received the sentence of death, but this happened that we might not rely on ourselves, but that we must rely on God who raises the dead. We're going through some tough times right now, but I think you need to think about like Abraham, like David, like Moses, like Mary, like the apostles, like Paul, and like Jesus. What did they all do? They all trusted God. You may have lost a loved one, mother, father, brother, sister, spouse, son, or daughter. Trust God. Your wife may have been diagnosed with cancer, and both of you fall apart emotionally at first, and you may be like that for a couple of days, but then trust God and move on. The chemotherapy treatments, the radiation, make you so sick that you don't even can understand how sick you can be. And then you fall in love with the toilet, you fall in love with the throw-up bag, but through all that, trust God. You go in the hospital for a routine heart operation. Understood it's going to be like probably a 3 to 5 day in the hospital stay. And then, the second day they come in and say, we have a problem. And I said, what is it? We don't know. And then I have 5 minutes to say goodbye to my wife. I have 5 minutes to say a quick prayer to God. And, my roller coaster started. 3-week coma, 4 months in the hospital, wake up paralyzed, on dialysis, all my organs failed, and I was arguing with God a little bit about that after I woke up and seeing the condition I was in. I told him, I said, God, you told me I would live and not die, and I don't plan on dying. So you get busy. We got things to do here, a lot of work, but always through that, trust God. The stock market drops and you lose everything. Your portfolio goes from about $4 million to about $143,000. You're sick, but trust God. You file for bankruptcy for your business and personally, and the government, after about an 18-month court battle, takes everything you have. And then the stuff that you do want to keep, you got to buy it back. Trust God. You lose your job. You can't provide for your family. You wonder how you're going to pay your mortgage, pay your water bill, pay your electric bill. Nobody's working. You go around town and you see it looks like a ghost town. Nobody's out. Nobody's doing anything. And then you go to the stores and they have no food. They have no toilet paper. There's a lot of things that they don't have. But, you're going through all of that, trust God. You're at the end of your rope. Anxiety, you can't see the end to it. You're depressed. You look into your family's eyes, your kids' eyes and stuff like that, and you can't provide for them. You can't pay your mortgage. You can't pay your electric bill. You can't feed them. You can't pay your water bill. Can't pay your car note, your credit cards, and you look in your bank account and all you see is butterflies. You have nothing. Trust God. This is out of Psalms 118, 5-11. When hard pressed, I cried to the Lord, and he brought you into a spacious place. The Lord is with me. I will not be afraid. What can mere mortals do to me? The Lord is with me. He is my Father. I look in triumph on my enemies. It is better to take refuge in the Lord than to trust in humans. It is better to take refuge in the Lord than to trust in princesses. All the nations surround me, but in the name of the Lord Jesus Christ, they have surrounded me, and I cut them down on every side. But in the name of the Lord, I cut them down. So go serve your brothers today and sisters today. Go try to make the best of everything, but don't forget to trust God.